From slow dances under dim lights to anthems that powered entire movements, 1968 gave us soul music that still hits deep. And today, we're counting down 15 unforgettable R&B soul hits that defined that year. And stick around, because our #1 song didn't just top the charts, it became the heartbeat of a generation.
You
Number 15, You Met Your Match, Stevie Wonder.
You good at playing the fox, girl, and I was good, you threw me a bone.
Released in July 1968, You Met Your Match showed a young Stevie Wonder flexing his independence at Motown. Fresh off the success of Shooby Dooby Doo Today, this single was one of Stevie's first self-produced works. Proof that he was more than just a singer. He was a creative force. The label saw it as a summer smash, pairing his trademark harmonica with a driving piano riff that felt tailor-made for AM radio.
You
Picture it. Windows rolled down, the Detroit sun blazing, and this track pouring from car speakers on Woodward Avenue. It didn't climb as high as some of his later hits, but among Motown diehards, it's a cherished reminder of Stevie's transition from teen prodigy to full-fledged artist. Up next, a funk anthem that turned pride into power. Number 14, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, James Brown.
I think it's only fair that you do another one soon.
August 1968. America is reeling, and James Brown decides it's time for a statement. Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, dropped like a thunderclap, an unapologetic declaration during the height of the civil rights movement.
Say it loud.
Backed by a blistering groove and a children's chorus chanting the title, Brown crafted an anthem of empowerment that still inspires today. It wasn't just music, it was a mirror held up to a nation, demanding recognition and respect. If you lived it, you remember. Hearing that chant echoing from record shops and transistor radios felt like the sound of a movement on the march. Decades later, its influence is still everywhere, sampled, quoted, and celebrated as one of soul's most important moments. And now, Heartbreak so real, you could almost feel the raindrops. Number 13, I Wish It Would Rain. The Temptations released in January 1968.
Now from Detroit for the youngsters, the Temptations.
I Wish It Would Rain is pure, aching soul. Written by Barrett Strong and Norman Whitfield, it came from a place of real grief. Lyricist Roger Penzabene had just lost his wife, and the pain seeps through every word. David Ruffin delivers the vocal like a confession, his voice cracking in places that make the song hit even harder.
So badly, I wanna go outside.
It became a slow dance classic that winter, spinning on jukeboxes in smoky bars and neighborhood diners, where couples swayed and clung to each other through the chorus. More than just a chart hit, it's one of those Temptations tracks that never left the collective memory. A masterclass in turning personal tragedy into timeless music.
Oh, let it rain. Oh, yeah, listen.
Number 12, The Horse, Cliff Nobles & Co.
Okay, this is Barry Richards, the boss with the hot sauce, and on Groove In today, Cliff Nobles and Company, and they're going to do their big #1 record all over the country, a stone million seller. This is Cliff Nobles, and there's little Tina. They're going to dance The Horse.
Sometimes the biggest hit comes from the song you weren't trying to make. The Horse was originally the instrumental B-side to Cliff Nobles' vocal track, Love Is All Right. But DJs flipped the record, and history was made. Released in spring 1968, its brassy, upbeat groove caught fire, especially at high school dances and summer parades. It had no lyrics, no chorus, just a relentless horn riff that dared you to stand still. For many, it became the unofficial soundtrack of backyard cookouts and block parties that year. Though Cliff Noble's never matched its success, The Horse galloped straight into R&B history as one of the decade's most infectious instrumentals. Next, a star-powered Motown duet that brought two powerhouse groups together for one unforgettable hit. Number 11, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations.
The Temptations and the Supremes singing a medley of each other's hits.
In December of 1968, Motown pulled off a dream collaboration, the Supremes and the Temptations on one track. I'm Gonna Make You Love Me was originally recorded by Dee Dee Warwick, but when these two Motown titans traded verses, it became a phenomenon. The playful back and forth between Diana Ross and Eddie Kendricks felt like musical flirting, and it lit up radios across America. Couples sang along in their cars, mimicking the male and female parts, while kids spun 45s in their living rooms, trying to hit every note. The record was pure joy and a showcase of Motown's golden ability to turn star power into timeless hits. Coming up, a hard-grooving Stax single with a moral message that made Johnny Taylor a household name. Number 10, Who's Making Love? Johnny Taylor.
A good friend, Johnny Taylor. Gate, if you will, please.
Johnny Taylor's breakthrough arrived in October 1968 with a cautionary tale disguised as a dance floor banger. Who's Making Love asked a question every cheater fears and delivered it over a tight Stax groove that refused to quit.
Are you father? Gather around me and let me get.
Inspired by a casual backstage conversation, the song's sly humor and straight-talk wisdom resonated with listeners immediately. You could hear it blasting from jukeboxes in Memphis bars, Chicago lounges, and anywhere people needed both a beat and a warning. The track shot to number 1 on the R&B charts, introducing Taylor's smoky voice to a nationwide audience and setting the stage for decades of soulful hits to come. Number 9, Chain of Fools, Aretha Franklin.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome America's #1 soul sister, Miss Aretha Franklin.
Though it was released at the tail end of 1967, Chain of Fools roared through the R&B charts well into 1968, proving Aretha Franklin's reign as the Queen of Soul was unshakable. Written by Don Covey and originally intended for Otis Redding, the song became pure Aretha, fierce, confident, and dripping with gospel fire. Joe South's distinctive guitar riff grabs you instantly, and Aretha's powerhouse vocals turn a simple breakup lyric into an anthem of defiance. From street corner radios to crowded juke joints, this track made you stand a little taller, even with a broken heart. It earned her a Grammy and remains one of her most commanding performances. Next, a tender Motown duet recorded under heartbreaking circumstances. Number 8, You're All I Need to Get By, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Like sweet morning dew, I took one look at you.
In the summer of 1968, this Ashford and Simpson penned gem became one of Motown's most beloved love songs. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's chemistry was undeniable, but behind the scenes, Tammy was battling a serious illness. She recorded her parts in brief, fragile sessions, yet her voice soars with warmth and devotion. Couples slow danced to it at weddings, block parties, and proms, holding each other a little tighter when the harmonies swelled. It reached #1 on the R&B charts, a testament to the magic Marvin and Tammy created together, and a bittersweet reminder of what the duo might have achieved had tragedy not struck. Coming up, a Texas-born soul band that got the whole nation dancing. Number 7, Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells.
And it's Archie Bell and the Drells on the Soul Train with a groove that sure enough makes you want to move real smooth. They call it Let's Go.
Early 1968 saw Archie Bell and the Drells bring Houston straight to the top of the charts with Tighten Up. Recorded just before Bell shipped out for military service, the track's spoken intro and irresistible bass line made it instantly recognizable. It wasn't just a song, it was a dance craze.
Everybody tighten it up now. Oh, come on now. Now let that guitar fall in now.
Teenagers and grown-ups alike were trying to tighten up at parties, weddings, and in living rooms across America. The groove was simple but hypnotic, and the playful instructions turned every listener into part of the band. By the time Archie returned from service, Tighten Up had become a funk soul landmark. Number 6, Lala Means I Love You, the Delphonics. In early 1968, Philadelphia soul found its voice in the Delphonics' Lala Means I Love You. Written by Tom Bell and William Hart, this silky ballad was all about understatement, soft falsetto, gentle horns, and that hypnotic la-la refrain. It was the kind of song you'd hear drifting from open windows on a spring night, couples swaying on front porches or slow dancing in high school gyms. Its simplicity was its strength, wrapping pure emotion in the kind of melody you couldn't forget if you tried. The track became a template for the Philly sound that would dominate the next decade, influencing everyone from the Stylistics to Hall & Oates. Next, the Godfather of Soul returns with a track that could make even the shyest listener move. Number 5, I Got the Feeling, James Brown. By spring of 1968, James Brown was already a living legend, but I Got the Feeling proved he could still top himself. Driven by a razor-sharp horn section and a groove tighter than a snare drum, the song's explosive energy made it a guaranteed floor filler.
Baby, 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 I got the feeling, baby.
Brown's electric performance on The Ed Sullivan Show sent the track into overdrive, showcasing his footwork, screams, and charisma to millions. It was pure funk, distilled and unleashed, and audiences couldn't get enough. Decades later, it's still one of the most sampled and studied tracks in funk history. Up next, Marvin Gaye takes a Motown song and transforms it into the label's biggest hit to date. Number 4, I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Hello, Marvin. Yeah, who is this? Frankie, what's happening? Yeah, man, look here. Something funky is going down, man.
Marvin Gaye recorded in 1967 but held back by Motown's quality control team. I Heard It Through the Grapevine was finally released in October 1968 and promptly became the label's best-selling single ever at that time. Gladys Knight and the Pips had recorded a spirited version first, but Marvin's take was something else entirely. Darker, moodier, and dripping with suspicion. The arrangement by Norman Whitfield built a slow, tense groove that pulled you in, while Marvin's vocal hovered between heartbreak and anger. In living rooms across America, this was the song that made people stop what they were doing and listen every time. Today, it stands as one of soul's most iconic recordings. Number 3, Sitting On, The Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding.
All love each other, don't we? Am I right?
Released in January 1968, just weeks after Otis Redding's tragic plane crash, Sitting On, The Dock of the Bay, became the first posthumous single to hit #1 on both the pop and R&B charts.
Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay.
Co-written with guitarist Steve Cropper, the song marked a new direction for Redding. More reflective, tinged with melancholy, yet still anchored in soul. That famous whistle outro wasn't planned. Otis whistled as a placeholder until lyrics could be written. But it captured something pure and human. Listeners felt every ounce of longing in his voice, making it both a goodbye and a gift.
Like nothing's gonna come my way, so I'm just gonna...
Even now, hearing it can stop you in your tracks, just as it did for millions in 1968. Next, a Southern soul confession that blurred the lines between love song and secret. #2, Slip Away, Clarence Carter.
I want to sing a song for you now. It came out a long time ago.
Clarence Carter's Slip Away arrived in the fall of 1968, a slow-burning Southern soul masterpiece recorded at the legendary Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals. Its lyrics spoke of stolen moments and love on the side, risky territory for radio. But Carter's velvet delivery made it impossible to turn off. The warm, bluesy guitar licks and steady rhythm gave it a late-night, smoky room feel that resonated with anyone who'd ever had a love they couldn't quite hold on to. It became one of Carter's signature songs and a staple of soul radio for decades to come.
Can you slip away? Slip away!
And now, the anthem that turned 3 words into a lifelong rallying cry. #1, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, James Brown.
We got 2 numbers. I think it's only fair that you do another one soon.
No song captured the spirit of 1968 quite like James Brown's Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Released in August at the height of the civil rights movement, it was more than music. It was a declaration, a chant, a movement in itself.
Say it loud! Say it loud!
With a children's chorus echoing Brown's call, the song radiated confidence, pride, and a refusal to bow to prejudice. It blasted from radios in barbershops, record stores, and street corners, giving voice to a generation demanding respect. Half a century later, its message is as urgent and inspiring as ever, proof that soul music can move both the body and the conscience. 1968 was a year of change, challenge, and unforgettable soul music. From Motown elegance to Stax grit, from love ballads to anthems of pride, these songs were the heartbeat of their time. Thank you for joining us on this trip down memory lane. Now it's your turn. Which 1968 R&B soul track holds the most memories for you? Drop it in the comments. And don't miss our next countdown. 1969 R&B soul songs we'll never forget. Another year of timeless classics is waiting for you.